was citrus green apple. That was the name. Not a good dupe. They decided to add a lime note. Don't know why. Awful. Return to that one. Next was By the Fireplace's dupe Woody Chestnut. That one was pretty good. I actually preferred it very slightly to the Paris Corner Amir Campfire. Quite good, not quite as good as the original, but pretty close. And then most recently, Woody Sage. That was a dupe of Jo Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt. That one I could even argue is a little bit better than the original because it has more lasting power, but it is slightly more bitter. They lean into those bitter, salty notes in order to help that longevity. So, today I'm going to be doing 4 more. No verses, just my thoughts. We're going to start off with Musky Musk. This is a dupe of Juliette's Got a Gun, Not a Perfume. I'm starting with this one because it is truly just a musk fragrance, and it can very easily get lost. I'm going to spray it on my skin because you really cannot smell it on any kind of tester strip. It shines on the skin. This was the only one out of all of them that when I first sprayed it, it sprayed right away. I didn't have to give a few pumps in order to get the liquid to the top. So I don't know if this one was tested or something, but I just thought I'd mention that. It really is a your skin but better scent. It is gorgeous. Very similar to the original, I would say, which I also tested on my skin when I couldn't smell anything on the tester paper. It smells like your skin coming out of the shower with the tiniest hint of soap. Clean, white, plain, unscented soap. It is such a great layering piece and gorgeous on its own, if even in places that you really don't want to wear perfumes because there are people that are sensitive to it. I think this is the safest you can get while still wearing some kind of scent, I would say. This is safer than a lot of shampoos and hairsprays that tend to be quite strong and remain in your hair all day. This is such a mild scent, but it lingers. It lasts such a long time on the skin. It's gorgeous. The notes are very simple, as you can see. The bottle just keeps rolling. It's driving me insane. The notes, as you can see, strip of the original of this, and they are so close. Another successful Joe Malone dupe. Joe Malone's more fruity, fresh scents tend not to have the greatest lasting power, so if a dupe can improve on that while still being fairly similar, that is a win in my book. This isn't really my vibe, so I was a little concerned, but I think I will be able to use it as a layering sort of tool to give a fruity sweetness to other scents. It leans much more heavily on that peach nectarine scent. It is much more prominent in this one than it is in the original. That said, the projection and lasting power, the longevity, are improved, though it's not a beast mode by any stretch of the imagination. Perhaps slightly above average, but just slightly. If you don't like peach or nectarine, this isn't for you. They really, really leaned into that to get it to have that extra longevity. And I'd say it's a touch less sweet than the original. Just a touch, though. A gorgeous scent. A gorgeous, gorgeous scent. Not what I typically go for, but despite that, I can see myself wearing it. It's a pretty safe office. Unless you have someone in your office that hates peaches and nectarines and can't stand the scent of them. Otherwise, it's quite unoffensive, fresh, not too juvenile. It's 20s, I would say. Quite nice. I do get a slight greenness, but no black currant almost at all. I was surprised to see that at the top. Next up is Floral Marshmallow. Floral Marshmallow is a dupe of by Kilian's Love, Don't Be Shy. The notes are orangueside, marshmallow, as you would expect, neroli, bergamot at the top, then middle notes of orange this was very sweet. Might be a little bit off from what I would normally get, but it was highly recommended. I have to admit, I've only smelled Love Don't Be Shy, gosh, maybe a couple times. I couldn't get a sample, so I can't discuss how similar they are. Oh, that is very sweet and artificially so, I would say, off the top. I think it is the ores, but there's something kind of bitter underneath the blast powdery sweetness. It did trigger a scent memory for me, but for two different things that often ended up together. Now, you can call me crazy, and I don't know if it's the dupe doing this, but this smells like rockets and those weird molasses chews that we would get during Halloween, and these would always end up left over at the bottom of my Halloween candy bag. I'll put pictures on screen so you know what I'm talking about, because I think rockets are called Smarties in the United States, because in Canada we have a different kind of Smartie candy. But it's in those tubes, and they're like these chalky, like pills. They look like little, like flattened cylinder pills. That's what this perfume smells like. Those and the gross molasses juice nobody liked that had like the witch and pumpkin designs on the outside. I'll put a picture of those too. I'm telling you, that is exactly what this smells like, those two together. I can't decide if I like it or not. It smells young but also stale at the same time. Probably because it reminds me of that Halloween candy. I haven't made up my mind on this one, I don't think. As for the notes, I'm definitely getting the marshmallow. I didn't get any bergamot. I mean, I don't know how you'd smell something like bergamot in the sweet bomb that this perfume is. So maybe it's there, but I didn't detect it at all. Honeysuckle, absolutely. Neroli, yes. Orange blossom, yes. Maybe jasmine. I don't know about jasmine. Amber and vanilla, yes. It is, I'm telling you. If you ever have those two candies, the Smarties or Rockets, whatever they're called, where you are, Rockets here, and those molasses juice, open them up, smell them together, and tell me it doesn't smell like this. I don't know if it's Love Don't Be Shy, because I can't remember what it smelled like now, except that it was very sweet. As for the lasting power, I think this is going to be quite powerful just because of how strong it is. Last and, if least, will be very disappointed. Fruity Neroli. Fruity Neroli is a dupe of one of my favorite perfumes, My Way, from Armani. Armani, I should say. I love My Way. Some people say it's a bit young, but I think it's a perfect feminine scent. It was my go-to for date night in my 20s. Though considering how my dating life went in my 20s, well, let's hope it wasn't the perfume jinxing me. The notes are bergamot, neroli, blackcurrant, and strawberry. again, vanilla musks, and a different one, cedar wood. Do not disappoint. I have been looking for a good My Way dupe. I'm manifesting. I don't actually know what manifesting is, really. It's just something I've heard on the internet and I've adopted, mostly as a way of like fingers crossed. Am I using it right? I don't know. I think that's the strongest of all the Dossier Dupes. That is a... Oh, I should have done just the one spray. Could be a good thing though. Interesting. Now I've smelled the My Way so many times, but I also went and grabbed a little tester strip. Little tester strip there. It says My Way, written very poorly because I didn't have a surface to write it on, so I was writing on my hand, but of course the tester strip is a few hours old now, but all the same, I kept it kind of pressed in a notebook so that it wouldn't lose its scent to the air as quickly. Interesting. So, especially at the top, I know this is gonna sound crazy, there's a slight grapiness that I'm getting, but not artificial grape, not purple drink kind of grape, but musket grapes. You know musket grapes? The kind of green grape scent you get in many Asian drinks and Japanese drinks. That kind of grape, that particular kind of sweetness, almost the sort of grapes they use in ice wine, that kind of I know there's no grape notes, but I'm getting that so strong. Is it the strawberry? But no, it doesn't smell like strawberry. I'm telling you, it's so grapey, which is something that My Way doesn't quite have. Oh my god, I like it so much, even though it's slightly different. And I'm gonna continue smelling as it dries down, just like the tester strip has had time to, but I'd say maybe 90%, but I don't know if it's my nose, but there's such a musket green grape, like those green grape aloe vera drinks. There's a note of that coming through, but I like it. I really, really like it. And it's so powerful and so lovely. This is a real winner. Oh